Hello and welcome to our Weight Watchers case study presentation. We are the A-Team, Daniel Peck, Jonathan Carter, David Ford, Michael Terpangian, Nick Irving, and Janie Zhao. As an introduction, we wanted to quickly set the table for Weight Watchers, and the pun is intended, by reminding you of the mission, values, and vision of the organization. And just like any strong wellness plan, we know the importance of having a strategic plan that has properly aligned mission, values, and vision. So first, the mission. This is why Weight Watchers exists. When you read the case, you saw that Mindy Grossman said, Weight Watchers is now WW. We have a mission to inspire healthy habits for real life for everyone. We'll always be a global leader in weight loss. Now we're becoming the world's partner in wellness. The values. This is what Weight Watchers believes in. Founder Jean Nidetch, her belief was, which became the core of the Weight Watchers philosophy, was that anyone could be given a diet, but the group and social setting, that group aspect of talk therapy, that was truly the secret, not only to losing weight, but to keeping it off. She believed in fostering success through group support, which is a core value of the company, and she created a simple reward system to recognize and encourage weight loss. And finally, the vision. This is what Weight Watchers wants to be, the aspirational goal. So again, when you read the case, CEO Mindy Grossman said she considered Weight Watchers an aspirationally accessible brand with programs and platforms that could span across any addressable market. She said, we're the brand that can bring health and wellness to everyone, not just a certain few, and that wellness needs to be much more democratized and serve many more people if we're really going to help solve the crisis that we're in right now. Our agenda for the presentation is straightforward. We're going to review our strategy analysis, strategy formulation, and strategy implementation. And finally, we'd like to thank you for the thoughtful questions that you'll be preparing for the Board of Directors meeting. So first, let's dive into strategy analysis with Nick.
Weight Watchers was founded in 1961 with the vision and mission to offer a support network to individuals in their weight loss journey. In the company's most recent decade of decline, the company's strategic objectives have not worked towards a community vision and mission statement created by founder Jean Nidetch. Though the company has seen periods of profitability, a better alignment and support of the company's vision, mission, and ultimately strategic objectives will return the company to profitability. Examine the Weight Watchers case through the lens of company life cycles. As a brand created in the 1960s, Weight Watchers has passed the startup, rapid growth, and experienced the maturity phase in the 1990s when memberships were at all-time highs. For the last decade, Weight Watchers has been in a cycle of declining sales for most of the 2010s. The diet, health, and wellness industry has seen increased price competition. Also, the industry has seen increased consolidation as major players seek competitive advantages in the marketplace. Additional characteristics of the declining stage are outlined in Exhibit 5.6 of the textbook as a changing intensity of competition. This has been the case with technology changes since Weight Watchers' growth and maturity stages in the 1990s. The internet, smartphones, and social media have been major catalysts for the changing competitive landscape. This change has led to negative market growth for retailers in the health service space. At this declining stage, leadership should place more emphasis, or little emphasis, on product and process design. The team will discuss these in greater detail later in the presentation. For now, companies in the declining stage of lifestyle are faced with two outcomes. Either the company is reborn into a more profitable one, or it will eventually close operations as evidenced in the purple and gray quadrants of stage 5. A harvesting strategy is most appropriate for Weight Watchers to adopt as it addresses the pain points of a business in the decline stage by increasing sales and profits and reduces cost competition. A full value chain analysis should be completed to understand the primary and support activities Weight Watchers should engage in. So the team's value chain analysis, I will focus on the most relevant activities Weight Watchers should devote its efforts to. Weight Watchers' current and historical strength has been human resource management. The company's ability to attract A-list celebrities like Oprah and The Rock has been a strength. With these celebrity partnerships, Weight Watchers has the ability to pivot in the future with a strong national reach. In terms of weaknesses, there were several. Though Weight Watchers has partnered with celebrities through the years, the firm's advertising and marketing has been ineffective of late. The company no longer has become a leader in this space and has not been able to gain market share in the growing health and wellness arena. The next weakness in Weight Watchers' value chain is their customer relationship management. Historically, the company's customers have not become lifelong customers. Weight Watchers customers have canceled their memberships in search of health trends to better meet their needs. The third weakness the team identified was Weight Watchers' general administration, more specifically, the hire of their CEO, Molly Grossman. The lion's share of her leadership experience was with the Home Shopping Network, or HSN, television advertising channels and commercials, though once a great way to generate revenue, would not reach and target a large enough market for Weight Watchers to correct ship. The firm needs leadership with experience in advertising and marketing in the digital age of social media and smartphones. The team wanted to quickly highlight the performance of Weight Watchers stock. It has been in decline for much of the 2010s and is again in decline over the last year.
We believe Weight Watchers to be a broad differentiator. The company tries to bring value to a large target market by introducing innovative products and services on a wide scale. We believe Weight Watchers can continue to harvest the benefits of the broad differentiator strategy by further utilizing the social elements within the company's offerings. Given the size and entrenchment of the brand, no company is better positioned to take advantage. There is a finite group of firms with comparable size and reach that can be considered competitors. We've broken down each firm according to their global reach, potential market size, participation, platforms, and product offerings. Weight Watchers is proudly serving in 14 countries throughout the world, exposing the company to almost 1 billion potential customers. Participation for the firm is currently at 4.9 million users, which are active through in-store purchasing, physical on-site operations, or in the digital space. Weight Watchers currently sells a variety of products, from foods, cooking accessories, coaching services, support groups, and science-driven digital tools. Next is Jenny Craig, which serves in 4 countries, but is mainly focused on the United States and its population. Their participation rate is fairly low given their business structure. They offer only on-site or digital services, which are comprised of meal deliveries, food products, coaching, and support groups. Nutrisystem is solely operating in the United States and is mainly focused on their food products, which they sell throughout stores across the country. They also offer digital tools, but do not focus on coaching or group activities. Optavia is the only firm that uses a traditional model, but on a solely digital platform. They operate in 3 countries, but are mainly focused on U.S. operations. They too provide meal delivery, food products, coaching, and support groups. A distinct differentiator here would be Noom. Noom is a fairly new firm that has quickly scaled up to over 100 countries. They operate solely within the digital app space and only offer digital tools for weight loss and healthy eating. Although their product offering is minimal, their size and scale easily qualifies them as a worthy competitor. Here, a strategic map illustrates the positioning and grouping of each firm in accordance to their geographic scope as well as their breadth of product. Optavia, Jenny Craig, and Nutrisystem are all operating in the same space and with very comparable products. They are not easily scalable given their business models. In contrast, Noom is categorized on its own and it's the only firm that's purely digital, both in platform and product line, and has a very high level of global outreach. Weight Watchers sits in between these 2 groupings, operating off of what we've defined to be a traditional model evolved. Weight Watchers is multi-platform, widely scaled, and has made decent progress on digitizing the business, making scalability more easy as opposed to their purely traditional counterparts in Optavia, Jenny Craig, and Nutrisystem. We've rated each of Porter's 5 forces according to the company's current position in the industry. We've characterized the degree of rivalry as medium because differentiation is weak, customer switching costs are low, and there is a small level of firms in competition. There's also a clear industry leader. The threat of new entrants is medium. The digital space can invite lots of new competition, like Noom, for example. Barriers of entry are continuing to shrink, and the industry is no longer location-based as it becomes more digital. Threat of substitutes is marked as high because customer switching costs are low, and the difference in quality between brands is minimal. Bargaining power of buyers is high because buyers are highly concentrated, customers have low switching costs, and backward integration is possible, meaning that customers can create their own personal health program without the need of a company. Bargaining power of suppliers is medium given the large number of potential suppliers, the possibility of forward integration, as well as weak differentiation.
And with that, we'll get into our strategy formulation with Weight Watchers. I will cover a little bit about our context, and Janie will dive a little bit deeper into the strategies we have chosen to pursue. Before we get into the actual strategy formulation, I think it's pivotal to take a look at Weight Watchers' overall SWOT analysis. If we take a look at some of their strengths, we can see that Weight Watchers has a rich history and a proven track record of appealing to a national audience. And with that being said, we also know that the older generation American consumers are quite familiar with Weight Watchers and their products and services. Accordingly, due to their technology infrastructure that has been built on a national scale, their products and services can be easily replicated across the United States. Now, when we get into weaknesses, that's a different story. The average consumer has little or low confidence in Weight Watchers' current lineup, and this may be due to a multitude of issues. It could be the fact that Weight Watchers is embracing the new digital marketplace as many other companies are doing. It could be the fact that Mindy Grossman, who is currently their CEO, along with their senior leadership, does not have the background, experience, or expertise on how to increase market share in today's digital marketplace. Also, it might be fair to note that Grossman's background includes 9 years with the Home Shopping Network and marketing through television advertisements, which explains a lot. Similarly, their online presence is lacking comparatively to its competitors, and hence it fails to bring in many customers. And interestingly, Weight Watchers' membership fee is higher than a lot of its competitors. Given that their competitors offer similar products and services, this makes them have a limited target. And on the flip side of the coin, some of these issues may present itself as opportunities. Social media offers a direct opportunity to market directly to high probability consumers and transactions, which could also lead to the increased percentage of men's sales that's currently at a measly 5%. One of their biggest and most important opportunities is that their brand/brand awareness is currently in a state of decline. In turn, this could mean that this also gives them a diverse rebranding opportunity, or multiple opportunities. And a last opportunity would be for the Weight Watchers to work on its international operations. If Weight Watchers can improve its global reach, its businesses can improve significantly. And that brings us to our threats. Weight Watchers does not have a good brand image with the younger generation at the moment. Not only that, but there's also much more competition in this health and diet industry. Information can be distributed nationwide from any contributor. And platforms and or substitutes such as Patreon, OnlyFans, Fitbit, and more allow other professionals to create a community approach to dieting. While Weight Watchers will try to expand their business, they can and probably will face local government, laws, and regulations. The controversies in upper management may also prevent the company's growth. Now, with the SWOT analysis run through being completed, we also need to think about the critical success factors and what will allow Weight Watchers to continue to grow and or be successful. Well, first things first, we need to grow our membership. By increasing the amount of people joining Weight Watchers, that will equate to more profits and an increase in share price as well. What Weight Watchers has currently done with their marketing has been questionable, to say in the least. Overall, it needs to revamp their marketing strategies and have better branding to attract more customers. And along with better branding, Weight Watchers also needs to do a better job of defining their new target demographic. At the moment, it seems like they are trying to reach for the low-hanging fruit. But with a proper strategy and target demographic, that could definitely help increase Weight Watchers' bottom line and do much more to help their critical success factors. And now I'll hand it off to Janie to dive a little deeper into our strategic options.
Thank you, Daniel. So to determine the best strategy for Weight Watcher moving forward, 3 different approach was examined. The first option is to be explored is go globalizing, taking the traditional WW system and products and introduce them to a new international market. Weight Watcher has traditionally been a domestic operations, but there is no obvious reason why the existing system couldn't be localized for new markets. The second option was the idea of tailoring the diet plan to meet a more diverse array of individual needs, like people with food allergy, people who are chronically underweight, accelerate. And this could be possibly be achieved through a strategy partnership with 23andMe and argument with exercise-oriented company like Fitbit, Peloton, or a smartwatch manufacturer. This could also be synergized with the firm recent effort at rebranding as a total wellness service, and going after underweight individual is a blue ocean with virtually no competitions. The third strategy we analyzed was gamification, literally transforming the existing Weight Watcher program into a more enjoyable social gaming experience, targeting at overweight gamers and men in particular who traditionally make up less than 5% of all Weight Watcher in-person meetings. And some of the interesting facts came to light when researching these 3 potential alternatives. First, according to Dr. Dominic Microwright of the University of Essex, games have sharply reflects the body of 60 years old chain smokers. Additionally, a study by the Center of Disease Control found that average gamer had a BMI of 28.05 and the average non-gamer had a BMI of 26.55. Noticing that everyone with a BMI over 25 is overweight. The CDC also discovered that men who play video games weighted more and used more internet service than other men. Women who play video games reported greater level of depression and poor overall health than non-gamers. For these reasons, the health needs of gamers seems particularly perceived. Our recommendation is go gamify. Because of the information that was uncovered about obesity rates among gamers, the immediately strategy recommendation to the board is to begin work on Weight Watcher video game. Going global with the old program will probably have success initially, but will likely to be overtaken by the same force that made the program seemingly relevant in modern day America. Additionally, the ability to inexpensive localize a video game makes it possible to expand internationally as tech nested. Under the game strategy, making an independent international market effort redundant. As for the concept for tailorizing and seeing new demographic with food sensitive and individuals struggle with weight gain is an extremely promising area for the future growth and definitely an area that should be explored in the future. However, the market for gamer is simply a large demographic where Weight Watcher can grow more rapidly than the market for special food needs, and maintain those gains more sustainably than promoting the old program internationally. And now I'll pass that to John, and he's going to go deeper on our strategy execution parts.
Thank you, Janie, for explaining the strategy formulation. The remainder of this presentation will focus on strategy execution and how WW will actually bring a new gaming experience to market in order to meet its growth goals and achieve the critical measures for success identified earlier in this presentation. The core of the strategy execution focuses on a domestic rebranding and domestic expansion program, highlighted by the creation of a cross-platform massive multiplayer online role-playing game based around the WW calorie counting system. Previous attempts to engage users in a game-like format were primitive and, worse, socially isolated. In order to make a better game this time around, development should be outsourced to Epic Games, the developers of the popular Fortnite franchise. Epic was chosen specifically because they have proven expertise in designing games that appeal to a huge audience and that can be played seamlessly across all major platforms from iPhone to PC to PlayStation. Additionally, the association with this popular company would give credibility to WW and generate excitement among gamers. The specific mechanics of the gameplay would be left mostly to Epic, with the general instruction that gameplay must in some way be based around the actual food intake of each player, and that gameplay would have a large social component, replicating the core social experience of the old Weight Watchers program, but reimagined for a younger generation. Players could attend meetings, share weight loss tips and success stories, and meet new people, all while they battle monsters, upgrade their weapons and armor, and play with new skins and accessories. In addition to retaining the core mission and vision of Weight Watchers, an ongoing multiplayer gaming experience also has the benefit of being pandemic proof and enabling WW to remain operational regardless of conditions in the non virtual world. To get a high-level overview of how this new gaming strategy would impact the business and the customers, a balanced scorecard was developed. At the center of everything is the idea that what differentiates Weight Watchers from other firms in the health and weight loss market is social weight loss, the supportive, cooperative program WW innovated where subscribers meet and assist other subscribers in using the WW system. The financial objective is to increase market share and double the number of subscribers from 4.5 million to at least 9 million over 24 months. The customer goal is to regain interest through increased subscriber engagement by setting a target of achieving an average of 7 hours of gameplay per week for each new game subscriber within 24 months. The learning and growth objective is for WW to get a better understanding of what millennial and Gen Z consumers want and need by having all senior members of the WW product development team obtain certifications in social media and social gaming over the next 12 months. Finally, the internal business goal is to do what WW does best, and that is innovate social weight loss solutions, achieved through the development and launch of a WW massive multiplayer online role playing game in the next 18 months. This would need to deliver on the weight loss goals for at least 75% of new subscribers. With this strategy in place and these goals achieved, WW can grow its business and become relevant to a large new demographic, all of which will enable the company to remain profitable and prosperous in the months and years to come. This concludes the presentation. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention.